Have you ever wondered what it takes to be truly heard and listened to by others? Or maybe you're on the flip side where you're just wondering what it feels to be known in that way. In this video, I'm going to give my tips on how you can unlock this delicate realm and apply it in your next convo. All right, let's get two things clear. Listening is an actual underrated superpower. One that people say that they know how to do, but they end up just going through the motions. It has a tendency to seem a little bit robotic, and I've found that in those conversations, I felt nobody likes to be in those situations, and I definitely don't want that to be you. Tip number one: when you're about to listen to someone, or you're the one who is going to be listened to, make sure that from the get-go, you remove all distractions. Cell phones, tablets. If you're in the kitchen, move someplace so that you can not get distracted by the possibility of snacks. Taking the dog to the backyard so that the whines, you know the ones.
Please, sir, can I have some more? Can I have some more love?
You can deal with it with a clear mind. Another part to removing all distractions is when you're sitting down with the person, and it's going to sound weird, but trust me, you will thank me later, is when you're sitting down, do not interrupt the cricket song. Imagine as if talking with somebody is like going on an afternoon or evening walk. We've all heard cricket sounds, yet somehow, as God created them, as you get closer to a cricket and you want to hear, all of a sudden, the music stops. You don't know where it went. But as soon as you start walking in the other direction, you can hear where the cricket starts chirping again. A similar thing happens when you want to put your 2 cents in the conversation. Once that happens, either the other person loses the train of thought or does one of these, which interrupts the beautiful song. So don't interrupt the song. Tip 2. This is after the song is played. Just summarize to make sure that everything is clear. It may be a little bit awkward, but again, this is a skill. Listening is a skill. Don't be afraid to ask for a brief restart to see if you understood it. Granted, when you're in those moments and the thought has been buzzing around like an annoying mosquito by your ear, sometimes there will be gaps in your rephrase, and if you handle it with grace, the person will get that you're trying to understand and be like, no, that wasn't necessarily it. Oh, okay, can you restart? I don't want to misunderstand you. I want to understand you better. Sure, you may have made a mistake, but it's a process. You gotta enjoy the process. You have to, or else you won't learn, you won't grow, you won't get to that deeper connection with another soul. This leads me to tip number 3. Don't think. Let it all in. What I mean by that is that you've been in those situations where you're the one talking or the one receiving the listening, and all of a sudden you get all these other pieces of your life. And maybe if it's your best homie or your best friend, you get all these different movie scenes in your head and you start piecing them together, and then you want to interrupt the song and just say it. Or you might be making one of these faces start looking around and everything at the lovely sky or the nice coffee shop, but you miss what's in front of you. So you gotta empty your mind. If a thought comes up, let it go and just be present there. But I want to say, it's not about you. It's about the person that you're talking to. Obviously, you don't want to make it so creepy, and body language is important in conversation. But that's for another video. Hey, I just want to take this moment that if you made it this far into the video, you obviously have either an interest or a passion to understand people at a more deeper level instead of the common superficial. And I'm proud of you for that. I still have one more tip for you that you definitely want to stick around for. If you can do me the solid of liking, subscribing, and key here, comment down below what has helped you stay focused when you're interacting with someone. I'm curious. All right, let's get back to the video. The fourth tip that will help you in being in tuned with the person is silence. Most people are not comfortable with taking that time, that pause in the conversation to actually think, to process. We even deem it as awkward because naturally you don't want to be that person that is, yeah, that's crazy. Being comfortable with the pause, the silence, makes a moment and ties it together. It prevents you from being so quick to use filler words like I's, us. Gives you time to formulate, to see, to understand, to strategically plan how to be more present and real with the person that you're talking to. As I said in my previous video, I was really hesitant on wanting to join the acronaires. And even though I did enjoy the tryout, they were holding multiple days of it. When my friend told me, I thought it was a one and done deal. So I didn't go back the following days. So the following day, when I saw my friend at after one of the class periods, he started telling me all these stories and experiences that happened on those missed days that I didn't go, and he could see that I was a little bit in my head. So he asked me what was up, and I told him all the doubts and fears that I was having. And for 30 solid minutes, he walked me through his experience. with acrobatics. The highs and the lows. He didn't try to change my mind. If anything, he said, if you want to. If you want to. Sure, it may take a lot of work, but it would be worth it. Luckily, the weekend was rolling around and he recognized that I was pretty much busy off campus, so he just suggested to me, take the weekend to decide. We're starting on Monday. If I see you there, cool. But if not, no harm, no foul. Since we're at the end of the video, you can click here to see what to do before you get on the mat. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one.